In this tutorial, we're going to show you how to schedule a live stream with Facebook, YouTube, and Castr. The signal chain starts with OBS. I'm going to slide OBS over here real quick, and I'm going to go to settings, and I'm going to hit stream. So in OBS, we set the Castr stream URL and key into it. So we go to settings, hit stream on the left, hit this drop down, and hit custom. And all you need to do is add the server key or server URL and stream key. And what you want to do is log into Castr. So you go to castr.io. The login for Castr is on the text in the text file on the desktop of the Livestream laptop. It's in the text file on the desktop of the Livestream laptop. And once you log in, you'll see just one entry here for live streams, and you'll click on it. And the URL and the key are right here. URL and key, they go right here. URL and key. This is already saved permanently in OBS on the Stream laptop, so you don't have to add this again. But I wanted to show this to you in case you ever needed to do this. But that's what's happening. OBS is sending it to Castr. Castr is sending it to YouTube and Facebook. So we'll go back to YouTube. So we'll start with YouTube. We'll just schedule the stream, and then we'll do the same thing with Facebook. And then we'll show you how that ties in together with Castr. I'm going to hit schedule stream on the right here. And then when this pops up, schedule with previous settings, hit reuse settings. And then you'll come up to the details. The title and description, those are normally sent by Pastor Walt either the day before or early in the morning the day of, but oftentimes the day before in email. So we'll show you kind of an example. Hey, he sent this one here. It didn't include a title and description, but here's the thumbnail. And if there isn't a title or a description, just type in the date for both. Or you can type in the date for just the title, and then you can just have a generic description. So this one says, join us for our Sunday service, or join us for our Wednesday night Bible study. And then in that email also includes the thumbnail. So you download that, and then you change the thumbnail and upload it. Once you do that, you hit next. There's nothing else you need to do down here. Keep all of this the same. Hit next. Nothing you need to do here. Keep all of this the same. Hit next. And then you set the date and time of when you're going to start the service or start the stream. And in this case, you always want to, do public. But for the purposes of testing, I'm going to hit unlisted. And I'm going to hit done. It'll bring me to this page. So right now I scheduled my stream for YouTube. So I'm going to tab over to Facebook and go ahead and schedule it for Facebook. So right here on the homepage here, the way to get to Facebook is you'll want to log into the account that we created in order to get to this page. So that will be on the desktop of the Stream laptop as well. In my case, I actually have access from my Facebook profile to get to this page. So from my home page of my profile on the right is Abounding Grace, and I click on it and it brings me to this page. So those are the two ways that you can access the Facebook page for Abounding Grace. And I scroll down just a little bit, and I see this live button right here, and I want to click live. There's two tiles. I want to click create new on the tile to the right. It'll bring me to this page. And what I want to do is click this trash can and then upload the image here. So you'll see upload cover photo. You'll add the same photo that you added for YouTube. So I'm going to go back And we'll just keep that default there for the purposes of this test. And I'm going to type test and then just test. In this case, it's always public. It doesn't give you the option to change it to private, but that's okay. And we'll just keep moving on, and we'll let it do what it does. I set a time and date, and then I hit next. There's nothing I need to do here, and I just click create event. And we'll wait on it. You'll see this box here. And what you want to do is click set up live video. This is important. You want to click set up live video. When it comes to this page, up at the top, you want to select your source. Right now it defaults to webcam. You don't want webcam. You want to click stream software. And then it proceeds to change to the stream software options. I'm going to expand out advanced settings right here. And you see stream key and you see server URL. Now, persistent key, this should be toggled. So make sure this is toggled, because when you toggle the persistent key, you don't need to update it all the time in your content provider. Our content provider is Castr. So we just want to make you aware of where these keys are. So generally, you don't need to update the stream key in Castr every time. Definitely, YouTube is always the same. So the stream key is here for YouTube, and the URL is here. What do you do with those stream keys and URL? You go to Castr. These two entries are where you add your stream key and URL. You hit these three dots next to each one. You go to edit, and you'll see streaming server and streaming key. That's for YouTube. Streaming key here, and then streaming URL. That's considered the server. So you paste that right into here and just hit save. And you want to make sure this is toggled to the on position. On is green. You do the same thing with Facebook. It'll show you a streaming server and a streaming key. So you proceed to copy that server and copy that key. So since this is toggled to be persistent, this shouldn't change from week to week. But if you're not getting the feed to come into Facebook, if you're not getting the feed to come into YouTube, then you just verify your keys. That's all you need to do. There's nothing else that you need to look into or troubleshoot in between that. If the keys are correct, you're good. And as long as you're seeing your source feed come into here on this black screen, you are good. If it's not coming here, it's not going to show up here or here. So if you see it here, it's most definitely going to send it to your Facebook and your YouTube. So that is how you do it. That's how you set it up, and you're ready to go. Now, one thing I want to note is for Facebook, this will start automatically at your scheduled time. Whatever you schedule it to start, it will start automatically. YouTube will not start automatically. They don't have that function yet. You have to click go live manually. So that's important. Facebook starts automatically. YouTube, you have to select manually. If you wanted to start Facebook manually, you would just turn off this. Go live automatically at scheduled start time. But that's how you set up your live stream, and you're ready to go.